Hello friends, I am Coding Sage and today we are here to discuss about a very important topic called as two-pointer technique. So let me tell you why this is very important, because many top tech companies like Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. have asked this question in their interviews, and many problems are solved using this technique called as two-pointer technique. So either the question is directly solvable using this technique, or this technique is indirectly used to solve a problem. So if you know this technique, then definitely you are one step ahead than your other competitors. So definitely I would recommend you to watch the whole video, complete video, and understand this two-pointer technique. It is very important, and you should and you must learn it. So the question is, given a sorted array A sorted in ascending order having n integers, find if there exists any pair of element ai, aj such that their sum is equal to x. So let me show you with the help of an example. Suppose you are given an array A and it has following elements like 1, 2, 3, 7 and 10 and 15. Okay, so this is the array given to you sorted in ascending order, and the value of x is 13. Okay, so you have to find out two integers in this array whose sum is equal to x, in this case, which is 13. So it may be present here or it may not be present, so we have to find whether if it is present, then we have to basically tell yes, and if it's not, then we have to basically tell no. So to solve this question, we can easily solve this question in O n square time, that is using the brute force method. So what is the brute force method? Basically compare for each and every pair. So how many total pair will be there? Basically total n element are there, and you can choose 2 element from it. So it is nc2, which is equals to n square. So totally n square combinations are there, and for each combination you have to check whether the x is equal to 13 or not. So how to solve this in O n square? How will the code look like? So let me just show you. So it is a very straightforward code. So, okay, so we will see that how we will solve this in O n square time. So this is how the pseudo code will look like. So just to give you an example, so this is the first loop, and inside this there will be another loop, j less than n, j plus plus, and inside this we will check if I basically not equals to j, then we have to do the comparison, which will be if ai plus aj equal to our number x, then that is the basically the solution we have. So basically you can print out, or whatever you want to do you can do. So basically ai, and so I'm just printing the number here, aj, and similarly the closing brackets for this, and this. So what we are doing in this program is very simple. We are learning two for loops. So the first is I from 0 to n, second is j from 0 to n, and we are basically checking for each and every value of ai and j, each and every pair of ai and aj, whether its value is equal to x or not. If it is equal to x, we are printing that, and it is very simple, straightforward brute force solution. Okay, now let's come to the main topic of today's discussion, which is two-pointer technique. Now how to solve this using two-pointer technique? So two-pointer technique means we will be having two pointer. Let's name it as I and j. So I will be pointing to the first element, and j will be pointing to the last element. So our aim is to find ai plus aj equals to x. This is what we have to find. This combination is what we have to find. So let's begin. So I is at the starting and j is at the end. So ai and aj is what? So in this case, it is 1 plus 15, which is equals to 16, which is not equals to 13. So definitely this is not the pair. So what we have to see, we have to compare this with our number x. So number x is 13, so 16 is greater than 13. So this means this we have to go one step, basically we have to go one step towards the left. We have to decrease the j. Now let me tell you why. So since we know that 16 is greater than 13, so consider that I want to, so we have like two numbers ai and aj, and this should be equals to x. So this is what we want to achieve. So we have already seen that aj is, so aj is 15, and let's suppose ai can be any element from 1 to 10 and x is constant 13. So we have already seen when we keep ai as the smallest element, that is 1, this itself is greater than this is the, when we keep it's a smaller element as 1, this itself is 16, which is greater than 13. So if I move ai towards the right, this ai will increase, which in turn will increase the value of their summation. So this whole value will only increase. So this can never be equal to 13 in the sense, because the smallest value of ai is 1, and if we keep on increasing the ai value, the whole sum will increase, and it will always be greater than 13. So we cannot achieve that. So this number 15 cannot be combined with any other element to produce the result 13. So we have to basically discard this number 15. How we will discard it? By decreasing the count of j. So now j will start pointing to the second last element. Okay, so let's see. So our I was at position 1 and j is now at position 10th, so is at element 10. Now 10 plus 1 plus 10 is equals to 11, which is less than 13. So in this case, so now we have hit another situation where the summation of I and j is less than the required number. In this case, what we have to do is basically increment our I towards the right. So why we have to do that? So why we are discarding this one here? Now we are discarding one. Why? Because if I keep, so let's write it, ai plus aj should be equals to x. So keeping ai as constant as 1 and aj is variable should be equal to x. Now we have seen that ai plus aj is 1 plus 10, which is less than x. So the maximum value of aj, so if we will go towards the left, then aj will decrease. So we have already the max value of aj over here, which is 10. So if I am going to decrease the value of aj, the overall value will decrease. So even if aj is the maximum possible value, even then the summation is less than 13. So if we keep on decreasing aj, it will always be less than 13. It can never be equal to 13. So that's why we have to discard this one. We discard this one and make I points towards the second. Okay, so now I is pointing to second and j is pointing to 10. So now 2 plus 10 equals to 12, which is again less than 13. So in this case, we will increment the I. Now I plus j is 3 plus 10, which is equals to 13, which is our required number x. So we have found the solution. I is equals to 3 and j equals to 10 is the possible combination. So you can see how we have reduced an O(n) square problem in O(n) time. So I will write a pseudocode now. So this is how the pseudocode will look like. So basically you have, this is the first pointer I, this is the second pointer j. So the first pointer is pointing to the first element and j, the second pointer is pointing to the last element. So while I is less than j, so what we are doing in this two-point technique, so I is at the starting, j is at the end, and they keep on coming closer till they find the element, and once they have crossed, this means we have to exit the program. So this is that statement, while I is less than j, so till the time they haven't crossed yet, we have to keep on running the loop. If ai equals to if ai plus aj equal to x, this means we have found the solution. So what we are doing is basically printing the value and breaking out of the loop. So this is the solution. If ai plus aj equal to x, then we have to basically print out the answer and just break out from the loop. Else otherwise, if ai plus aj is less than x, this means that the summation of them is smaller. So in that sense, in that case, we have to increment the I. We have to increment the ith pointer. So it will be I plus plus. We have to move towards the right. So because it is sorted in ascending order, so the element towards the right are bigger than the element towards the left. So therefore, when the sum is smaller, you have to basically go towards the right. Else otherwise, if ai plus aj is greater than x, this means that the sum is greater than the required value. So you have to basically move towards the left, that is j minus minus, because the summation is greater than the required sum, so you have to basically go towards the smaller number, so that the current sum can be equal to the required sum. So therefore it is equals to j minus minus. So this is what is called the two-pointer technique. It is a very simple technique, very easy technique, and many questions are solved using this technique. So let's understand about the time complexity as well. So the time complexity of this algorithm is O(n). It is a linear time complexity. So let me tell you how it is O(n). So what we are doing in this problem is basically we have two pointer I and j, and they both are pointing towards the extreme end of the array. And as you can see, we have a single while loop, and in this while loop what we are doing, either we have found the value or we are incrementing I or decrementing j. So after one operation, after this loop runs once, what is the value? Either I gets incremented or the j gets decremented. And so this means after each operation in this loop, either I is coming closer towards j or j is coming closer towards I, and we are running this loop till they cross each other. So you can see how many, so I is sitting here, j is sitting towards the end, and they both are coming closer to each other in every operation. So what is the maximum operation they will take is basically the length of this array, that is n. So at max it will require n operation for them to meet. They can meet before that, means we can find a solution before that as well. Yes, we can find a solution before that as well. But in the worst case, if there is no solution, that is a worst case. If it's not able to find, then in that case what will happen? I and j will keep on coming closer towards each other till the time they meet or cross each other. And since the size of the array is n and they both are sitting at the extreme end, so it will require maximum n operations for them to meet. So therefore the time complexity of this algorithm is O(n). So with this you have understood what is a two-pointer technique and how to use it, and how you can solve a problem which was apparently an O(n) square problem in O(n) time complexity. So this is a very important technique, two-pointer technique. So now I will give you a follow-up question, so you can try to solve this question using this two-pointer technique which we have just learned. So this is the question which was asked in Google interview. So you can see it was a question asked in Google interview, which is a very simple question. If you know the two-pointer technique, then you can easily solve this question. So let me explain you the question with the help of an example. So you are given an array of distinct elements. So let the number be -1, -2 and 3. So you have given an array A which has the following elements: 1, -1, -2, -3. So all elements are distinct, all elements are distinct, your task is to find triplet in the array whose sum is equal to 0. Triplet means 3 number whose sum is equal to 0. Suppose a plus b plus c such that their sum is equal to 0. So in this case it will be -1 plus -2 plus 3. So what will be the sum of them? It will be 0. So you can see that in this case it is 0. So let me tell you, the brute force will be solvable in O n cube time. So basically try for all possible triplets and try to solve this. So how you can reduce this to O n square time complexity? So basically you try to solve this question, and if you have any question you can put the comment down in the comment section, and please tell some more question which you want videos on. I will definitely try to make a video on them and solve those questions. So all those questions which I will be teaching are from the are from interviews of big top tech companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook. So all these questions which I will be posting in this channel will be from the top tech companies, and I will also be telling like which companies this question were asked in. So like this question is asked in Google. You can try to solve this question. If you have any doubt, you can put your doubt in the comment section. I will definitely try to reply to those questions, and I will also try to make a video on this. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, if you liked this video, then please like it and please hit the subscribe button. It will definitely help me and motivate me to make more such free content for all of you. And I will be posting many videos soon, so please subscribe the channel so that you don't miss out many important videos which I will be posting of how to get into FAANG, how to crack a job at Microsoft, how to crack a job at Google, how to crack a job at big top tech companies if you're not from IITs and NITs, what is a salary package, what is a pay package look like, and many such stuff I'm going to post, and I'm going to solve many important problems. And if you have some personal problem which you want to ask, you can put that in the comment section. I will definitely go through each and every comment and try to reply to each and every one of you. So please like and subscribe my channel, The Coding Sage. It will motivate me to make more such content for free for all of you.